Today we're covering news about the next major update set to release on May 20th. I'll also discuss Arrowhead's CEO's response to a new patch, review a list of known issues, go over an infinite stratagem glitch, discuss a secret on the Super Destroyer, and just so much more. If you could show some love by hitting the like button below, I'd greatly appreciate it. With that said, let's jump right in. Well, we've got great news. An official PlayStation Czech Republic account recently posted details about the next major update called Heart of Democracy. Apparently, it's set to release next week on May 20th. There's been a lot of talk about this lately on X, with several users sharing the image around. If you'd like to know what it says, here's the translation. All Helldivers must relentlessly report to their Hellpods. The battle for humanity itself begins. A major update, Heart of Democracy, will be released on May 20th. Yes, this was posted by an official PlayStation account. It seems we only got part of an update with plans for a much larger patch on May 20th. I'm quite surprised, as I thought this would be the only update we'd receive, but apparently there's a second large patch coming. I was wondering why we didn't get a new key art. Typically, the developers release new key art when they announce a major update, like the one we got recently. But again, it seems to be only half of the patch. This could mean they might drop even more new Illuminate enemies, possibly additional customization options, and new missions. In fact, if you've noticed, we haven't gotten any new missions with the recent patch, and I suspect this major update will reveal a lot more. So what are your thoughts about this? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think this new major update is going to happen? What do you think will be included? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Next, we've got some insane stuff to go over. There's a new infinite stratagem glitch that randomly appeared in the latest update. Arrowhead has confirmed they'll patch it soon, and I believe it'll likely be fixed in the next major update we just covered. Anyway, I'll show you what's happening right now, and then we'll look at the developer's confirmation that they're working on a fix. I noticed this yesterday, and I'm sure many of you have seen it too. Apparently, if you enter a stratagem combination, open the menu again, and then throw down your same stratagem, it allows you to deploy the stratagem multiple times. This obviously isn't supposed to happen. You can send down a ton of exosuits and fast recon vehicles with this glitch. Not only that, you can also summon a bunch of support weapons, orbital, eagle, and defense stratagems. So this right here will be patched soon. The developers are working on a fix. We've got confirmation, as Arrowhead's CEO recently revealed on the official Helldivers 2 Discord, that a patch is coming. The CEO responded to several posts. One Helldiver mentioned how hundreds of 380 barrages caused their game to lag, and the CEO replied that it's being fixed. Another diver assumed the stratagem glitch would be addressed, and in response, the CEO confirmed it by saying, "Yes, sir." To provide further proof, the CEO replied to another post about the issue, stating, "Thanks, we are aware, and a fix is incoming." Yes, this will be patched soon, either in a hotfix possibly this week, or in the upcoming major update next week that's expected to drop. Moving forward, the CEO not only confirmed they're fixing the unlimited stratagem glitch, but also revealed they're exploring more weapon customization options in the near future. For example, a player on the official Helldivers 2 Discord asked Arrowhead's CEO, Shams, if there are any plans to add a grenade launcher underbarrel to some rifles. The CEO responded that more features are coming for many weapons. It seems Arrowhead isn't done with customization, and they have a lot of exciting additions in the pipeline. Now, I'm really excited about more weapon attachments and weapon skins. I'm curious if they'll make some of those available for purchase in the Superstore for players to grab. Additionally, we have more news about weapon customization. There's a player on the official Helldivers 2 Discord who talked about the Constitution rifle. The QA lead saw this post and shared his own thoughts. Here's what he wrote. "Don't have time to stick about and chat, but we are not done balancing weapons and never will be. The Constitution is a unique weapon, that is for sure, but it should still have some utility. We are well aware of the desire for stripper clips. We will continue to evaluate weapons and make changes for the foreseeable future." It doesn't seem like they're planning to add a stripper clip option for the Constitution rifle anytime soon, but it's not off the list. They are reviewing all weapons and plan to evaluate everything. I'd like to know which weapons in the customization menu you hope receives more attachments. If you have any thoughts, share them in the comments. Alright, let's set aside Arrowhead's responses for now. We'll return to them in a few minutes. First, I want to showcase some secrets you might have missed in the latest patch. For example, in the previous patch, if you looked at the terminal next to the cryopods, there was nothing on its side. However, after the recent patch, there's now a kid's drawing from when we saved them from the automatons. You can see it right here. This exact image was posted on the Helldivers 2 social media account, and now we have it on the Super Destroyer. Not only was this added, but apparently there's some new voice dialogue because the ship technician is now gone from the Super Destroyer, and the NPCs nearby actually talk about it. If you go over here towards the right side, previously she was right here, and now after patch, you can see there's nothing there. There's no NPC except for her hat. And here's what the NPCs say nearby.
You might be wondering what happened to the service technician. They're attending professional development training. Standard procedure. I heard there was talk of a strike on Prosperity Falls. Something about their work being replicated without their consent. Hopefully they'll crack down on them soon. I look forward to the service technician returning from their professional development training. Professional development training is an essential part of every soldier's professional development. The logistics involved in running the DSS. I could think about it all day. I'm sure you've wondered how voting works on a destroyer. Don't worry, our terminal is top of the line. Latest algorithm and everything. Ammo, fuel, personnel. I manage everything on this ship with one thing in mind. Making sure you have the support you need, Helldiver. Some of the crew like to talk about what they'll do when the war is over. I don't allow that sort of thing. We need to focus on the fight.
Yeah, that right there was just added recently. The ship technician is gone and the NPCs nearby actually talk about it, and that's really cool. Okay, with that being said, there's one more thing I'd like to pinpoint out here. If you guys haven't noticed, just recently Mars is no longer the tutorial area. There's actually a new tutorial area, as you can see here, and it was mentioned in the latest dispatch. So here's what High Command wrote. In light of the ongoing strategic situation and in order to ensure elite training of the galaxy's greatest heroes continues uninterrupted, Helldiver training has been relocated from Mars to an undisclosed location. Okay, I don't know about you all, but I have a feeling something terrible is going to happen to Mars. Perhaps the Illuminate will blow it up or something, forcing High Command to actually change training locations. Now, we do know that the Illuminate invasion can't be stopped, and maybe that's why they changed location, because the Illuminate are heading straight for Super Earth. Anyway, if you check out the tutorial area towards the end, the statue in the back now has an entrenchment tool. Not only that, there's actually a fence here that's stopping you from exiting the tutorial area. Speaking of the dispatch, we do have another message here, but this time it's about the DSS and how it might be destroyed here soon, because right here, High Command wrote, "The DSS has taken fire from Illuminate spacecraft. This station remains operational, but Helldivers are advised that the enemy appears to have anti-DSS countermeasures prepared. Continued engagement on Illuminate targeted planets risk further damage to the station." You know what? I think some of you Helldivers out there might get your wish. The Democracy Space Station could end up getting destroyed during the Illuminate invasion. As you can tell, High Command has mentioned the Illuminate attacks will cause further damage to the DSS each time they strike. And I know a lot of you divers out there were not happy about the DSS in the beginning. Some of you said, hey, let's throw that sucker into the wormhole. And yeah, well, it's going to be destroyed probably. So you might have gotten your wish. Alrighty, we're now going to talk about the Galactic War System because it's about to receive a change. Here's what the community manager Baskineer wrote. Galactic War System change incoming. We are performing an update to our back-end logic that will change the way impact is dealt. Impact is the liberation that players deal to enemy planets or defend events. It used to be that Helldivers needed to complete an operation, usually 3 missions, in order for impact to be distributed. Now each mission will deal impact and complete an operation will then deal bonus impact. This is primarily done to make sure that everyone performing missions can safely say that they have contributed to keeping the galaxy safe without the need to have the operation complete. Hopefully this will make the system easier to understand and the casual divers who only has time for a mission a day can still effectively help the war effort. There you go. Those are some positive changes that will actually help the Galactic War quite a lot. And it's cool that they did this because, to be honest, I didn't even know you had to complete 3 missions to contribute to the war. That is absolutely insane. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you were probably wondering the same thing, and now we have the answer. That's how it used to be, and now we have this new functionality behind it. Continuing along, if we head over to Arrowhead Zendesk site, they actually have a list of new known issues. For example, we can see right here, circle key binding has no functionality if a player wants to leave the customization screen without saving changes to the attachment. And if you have noticed this bug recently, just know they're going to fix it. Just give them some time on that one. The next one is interesting because it appears the guard dog is under mind control. We can see right here the support team wrote, guard dog flies away instead of reloading. Interesting stuff there. It seems that the Illuminate now know how to control our guard dogs, which is pretty scary. Okay, obviously I'm joking, but yeah, that's a bug right now, and they're going to fix that as soon as possible. There's also one more I'd like to point out here towards the bottom on gameplay. They recently added this one. Map icons for carryable objectives don't follow the objective and stay at their original location. That right there seems to be something very buggy, and yeah, hopefully they fix that one too. I mean, it's obviously on here, but it just, man, we need some of these bugs to be patched as soon as possible. So before I wrap up this video, I do want to point out something interesting. You guys recall the recent ARG, the alternate reality game we all played a part in? Well, there appears to be a secret that we didn't discover. So right here, Revolving Decon wrote this. Yeah, there was a hidden boost that could be unlocked by finding hidden phrases during the coasting phases. Nobody ever found any. That's actually insane. So we could have pushed it faster, but we just didn't know the secret phrases. And I wonder if at any point he'll, reveal some of those. Lastly, we have the top 3 comments. The first one is by Ninja Strike. You wrote, okay, this might sound weird, but please tell me I'm not the only one who finds shooting the new zombie blob insanely satisfying. It eats all my mags and it's terrifying, but it feels so good at the same time. Creepy, but kinda addicting. Yeah, to be fair, when you pop all the heads, it's like popping a zit, essentially. I know a lot of people are addicted to popping zits, and that's kind of disgusting to compare those heads as zits, but yeah, it's sort of like that. The second top comment is from the Trout Hammer. You wrote, oh my god, weapon customization has simulated shot spread with each augmentation. Yes, and that's probably one of the best things about customization besides the fact that you can customize weapons is that you get to see the simulation there, and that's awesome. The third and final comment is by Chris RB. You wrote, they missed a chance for the flesh blob to randomly spawn with the diver helmet on one of the heads. Wasp is GOAT for Illuminate now, 1-tap observers, and all overseers. With Splash, you can rack 10 kills per hit if there's Volus near them. That right there would have been cool because, they did something kind of similar, not in terms of like adding a diver helmet, but one of the Volus could actually salute. And also, yeah, the Wasp is insanely good now. Anywho, thank you all for stopping by to check out the channel. If you can, I would greatly appreciate it if you tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you haven't already. With that said, thank you all for watching again. Thank you to everyone that's currently subscribed and a member, and I'll see you all in the next video.